Qin Feng overcame endless dangers and barely escaped death countless times. Finally, he conquered the ancient god's ruins. He obtained the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment. But then Qin Xiaoyou appeared before him. She told him he was really something. Even under a 100-fold accelerated aging effect, he had still managed to clear the ruins. But now she would be taking the divine artifact. Qin Feng coughed blood. A blade was embedded in his body. He asked her why she would betray him at a time like this. He reminded her that he was her brother, but she laughed coldly. She said he was nothing but an adopted child her parents had taken in. He did not even share her blood, yet he dared to call himself her brother. Song Fei appeared beside her and told her that was no way to talk. She turned around and exclaimed, "Brother Song Fei," excitedly. He said this so-called brother of hers had come in handy. Song Fei took the Eye of Judgment from her hands. He said she really should thank him. Without him, they would never have gotten the divine artifact to completely drain his lifespan in one go. He had gone through great lengths to obtain the soul-stealing blade that was now stabbed into his body. He asked if he liked his parting gift. Qin Feng looked at her. He said he had raised her after their parents passed, supported her through school. And after the game descended, he had risked his life countless times for her. He told her he had really misjudged her, his dear sister. Her expression twisted. She said that after their parents died, he kept interfering in her life, bossing her around, controlling her. Before, when she and Song Fei needed his protection, he was still somewhat useful. But now that they had the divine artifact, his only value was gone. Song Fei jumped closer and told him to just die in peace. He said he would take good care of Xiaoyou for him. Even as he was dying, Qin Feng growled that he would not let her get away with this. And with that, he got unalived and lost his core faculty. In the year 2035, the God-forsaken game descended. As long as a person fell asleep, they were forcibly pulled into the game world. The only currency in the game was lifespan. Dying caused a loss of lifespan, while killing monsters granted lifespan. From that moment, the world changed drastically, and chaos spread. Qin Feng overcame endless dangers and barely escaped death countless times. Finally, he conquered the ancient god's ruins. He obtained the divine artifact, the Eye of Judgment. At last he had the qualification to reach the peak. But who would have thought? The price of his success was the betrayal of his only family. All his efforts in life amounted to nothing but interference. All his struggles only paved the way for someone else's success. He refused to accept this. If I could live again. He woke up in his room. He did not know where he was at first, then realized it was the real world. He had been dead, but now he was alive. He looked at the calendar. It was 20 to 5. He understood that he had been reborn. He had returned to 9 years ago, the day the God-forsaken game would descend. The front door opened. Qin Xiaoyou came in, demanding why he had not answered her call. Before the game descended, Song Fei had been a somewhat famous underground idol, and Qin Xiaoyou was his obsessed fan. The groupies and fangirls had already started to infringe upon her idol's interests. She felt she had to go support him. She considered the stalkers and sassing fans disgusting, clinging to her brother like a sticky plaster. She blamed Qin Feng for everything. She said it was all his fault if she ended up like a small shrimp. She complained that he was constantly obstructing her, cutting off her money, and not letting her rank up. But the truth was that Song Fei seemed glamorous on the surface but was a complete scumbag who had tricked many of his female fans out of money in their bodies to prevent Qin Xiaoyou from being scammed. Qin Feng had always forbidden her from hanging around that guy. In the end, he was accused of controlling her life. She kept yelling at him, saying it was because of him that her brother dropped off the top rank that month, demanding money to rank up. Qin Feng stood up and struck her cheek. She stumbled back, pressing her hand to her face, shocked that he had actually hit her. He said he was not in the mood to argue with her today. If they keeps barking, he will smash that mouth of hers. He continued. This was the money left by their parents. No matter how hard he had been those years, he never touched a single cent. He told her he would return it all to her today. For their parents' sake, he would not stoop to her level. But from now on, he, Qin Feng, would have no sister like her. In his past life, to protect Qin Xiaoyou, he had missed too many opportunities, too many secret treasures and dungeons that needed risk-taking exploration. He had given up on them. He looked at a bottle of sleeping pills. He was curious how far he could go without this burden. He decided that this time he would use his understanding of the game from his past life to stay ahead of everyone. Qin Xiaoyou was on her own now, and Song Fei he would personally take his head. He arrived at the career choice hall. He missed this place. The first time he came, he had been so nervous that it took him several hours to complete his career choice and leave. This time he needed to be quicker. In his past life he had chosen the warrior to protect Qin Xiaoyou. The warrior was not weak, but it was not the right fit for him anymore. Without Qin Xiaoyou's burden, he would be able to clear solo much faster. Mobility and reaction time were the most important. He decided that this life he would choose assassin. The Eye of Judgment activated. Its unique attribute was authority of judgment. Its passive effect granted that when entering the Forsaken game, he would automatically gain the highest ranked profession and talent. The Eye of Judgment had bound itself to him after his rebirth. He realized that as long as the artifact recognized its master, even if it was stolen, it was useless. Perhaps he had been reborn because of it. A message announced that he had gained a hidden profession. Specialization began and then completed. He had become Shadow. He realized this was the highest tier hidden profession for assassins. It was completely different from the warrior he chose in his previous life. Just gaining this profession gave him such power. He understood that every profession had a very small chance of unlocking its hidden higher tier profession, and the authority of judgment made this probability a certainty. He wondered what exactly it was. The description of authority of judgment appeared. It was the most genuine and ancient primal authority in the universe. Its power surpassed rules and order. He temporarily could not actively activate this authority because he did not possess divinity. But its passive effect was active. He thought about his past life. It was not until the 7th year after the God-forsaken game descended that a strong player managed to leave the gods' abandoned realm and reach the realm of order. Only then did humanity learn about the existence of order's power. But even years later, no one ever obtained the power of order. He never expected that now, at the start of his journey, he had already gained the primal authority that surpassed order and rules. As long as he could leave the god's abandoned realm and reach the realm of order to obtain divinity, he could activate this authority. It seemed he had another goal this life. The system prompted him to enter his game, Alias. Since his profession was born from the Shadow, he chose the alias Shadow. His alias was registered and he entered the god's abandoned realm. He arrived in Shelltown, a safe zone. A message told him this was a ruined land filled with countless monsters. They were always ready to tear him apart and steal his lifespan. Leaving the town and killing monsters would earn tradable lifespan, but if he died in the game, he would lose half his lifespan, both tradable and non-tradable. The area was a safe zone where no monsters existed and players could not attack each other. Lifespan loss speed was 1x. Around him, other players appeared, confused. They wondered where they were. Some thought they were hallucinating. Others realized it was not a dream and they had been pulled into some kind of game. Powerful figures from various countries would appear one after another, reshaping the order of this world. A group of players noticed Qin Feng. They thought he seemed to be a hidden class and asked if he wanted to team up. They said the monsters outside were really strong and they could not handle them alone. Their team had been wiped out once, so they had experience. He replied with a sarcastic question. Was it the experience from being killed? Then he said no need. As he walked away, one of them mocked him. They thought he was pretending to be a pro. All 5 of them could not beat the monsters, yet he thought he could do it alone. They called it hilarious and said he was seeking death. Another tried to defend him, saying he was a noble hidden class and an assassin type, so if he could not win, he could just run. They looked at his alias, Shadow, and scoffed that he was really acting high. They decided to follow and see what skills he had. Maybe they could get some new information on monsters, and maybe they would see how he died.
Hope you enjoyed the recap. Smash that like button if you did, and subscribe for more. See you next time.